Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and dogs of all ages, it's Friday. Yes, it's Friday. Sorry, I'm a little excited that it's Friday. Small Business Mornings is on the air. I'm your host, Pat Miller, the Idea Coach. And I had this crazy idea of let's do a show every day. And then I forgot that some nights were like last night. So here we are, folks. We're going to have fun today because on today's show, time is moving way too fast, and I can prove it. We're going to have a look back at last night's amazing fundraiser with the Savannah Bananas. It was out of control. And our question of the day, because it's Friday, of course, is we're going to be celebrating our wins. You found the daily show for small business owners. This is where we catch up on the news, we get in the know, and we have a coffee break with our coworkers, especially if you don't have them. That's why we're here. So say good morning in the chat, would you please? We want to know that you're there. Let's say good morning to Mitch. Let's say good morning to Stephanie. And if you're new to the show and you've never commented before, we have a special group celebration. We unlock Pee-wee. Yes, that's right. We unlock Pee-wee if you've never commented before. So if you're watching us, but you've never said good morning and hello, drop into the chat and say good morning and hello. Look at all of these lovely people. Jennifer's here. Kristen's here. You are all fabulous. And I'm glad that you're joining us this morning. Okay, so let's talk about what we're going to talk about today. Usually, I get up around 1:45, 2 in the morning every day to work on this show. Last night, because we had our Savannah Bananas fundraiser for the Islands of Brilliance, I slept until about 3:15. So you're getting kind of a hack job this morning. Like I didn't have all the time that I normally take to prepare this show for you. So I apologize. We're going to have to kind of wing it today. But let's start with our news, shall we? We're going to celebrate our wins, and we're going to talk about the bananas thing here in just a little bit, I promise. But first, let's start with the news. How long has it been since Queen Elizabeth died? Don't look it up. Just think about that. Think to yourself. Yeah, I mean, she died, and it wasn't last month. I know that. Maybe 3 months. No, it's a little bit more than that. 6? Last spring? Doesn't that sound about right? Last spring? It's been a year. It's been a year. 1 year since that happened. How is that possible? That seems like it was just a few months ago. No, it's been a year. When I read that headline this morning, it kind of got to me because time is a funny thing, isn't it? Our view and our usage of time is so warped. It feels like on a daily basis that we don't have enough of it. And we're so busy getting stuff done and, oh my gosh, my list and blah, blah, blah. And then when you're waiting on something good to happen, it feels like time never goes fast enough. Like, oh, the Bananas fundraiser is going to be great, but it's 4 weeks away. Hurry up and get here. You've had that feeling. And then something like this happens and you go, oh my God, it's been a year already? How in the world does that happen? How has time moved so fast? And the way that we think about time and the way that we use time, it's messed up, man. My son recently challenged me to do this crazy fitness challenge, and it involves a ridiculous daily commitment. Like the amount of time I'm spending right now on making this beautiful hunk of man even more beautiful and more of a hunk of man, he says with sarcasm, it's kind of crazy. And when he first proposed it, I mean, this is hours a day. We're working out and eating differently and all this stuff. And when he first proposed it, I thought to myself reflexively, I don't have time for that. There's no way I can do that. But you know what? We're almost 3 weeks in, and spoiler, you have time to do that. You've got plenty of time to do that. And it's kind of forcing me to rethink how I use my time each day. And I'm asking you to consider the same. What are the daily commitments that you're making on how you use your time? And when you say to yourself, I don't got time for that, you do. You do. You know what you don't have time for? Where's my phone? Over there. You don't have time for all the Twitter is what you don't have time for. You don't have time for all the TikTok. You know who you are. You don't have time for whatever else you're doing that means absolutely nothing. It means absolutely nothing. Remember that great thing you saw on TikTok 4 days ago? No, you don't. Remember that meeting with a mentor that you've been meaning to have that you actually had? Yes, you do remember that. All of these daily actions and weekly projects and monthly goals, when we zoom out a little bit, they're all packaged into a life that moves by pretty darn quickly. Yet it moves by super slow. Another week is gone. Okay, it's Friday. We're going to celebrate our wins. It's what we do on Friday, which is great. And yeah, business stuff and money, great, hooray, whatever. But are you doing the big, meaningful, juicy, amazing stuff that only you can do? Or are you coasting? I've said recently a line, and if it's someone else's line, I wish I could credit them, but maybe I made it up. I don't even know. But to me, it's a great reminder. What are you doing today that your biographer will write about? Holy crap, Pat, seriously. I tuned in for some coffee and to talk about business. What the hell, dude? I know. I don't know why I'm all up in my feels today. It's probably because I didn't get any sleep and last night was really moving for me. But what are you doing today that your biographer will write about? It doesn't have to be flashy. It doesn't have to be public, but it has to be meaningful. And this fitness challenge is reminding me there's plenty of time in the day. That's a BS excuse and you know it. And the Queen Elizabeth date of 1 year ago reminds me of how slow yet how fast all of this is happening. So what are you doing today, right now, this week, this month, that will make you feel like this one beautiful, precious opportunity that we get to live was time well spent? As my mom famously says, do it or don't. That's your motivation for today. And again, I don't know where the hell that came from. Probably not enough sleep, but you know what? That's how I feel this morning. Let's talk about something different, shall we? That got me all like sad and depressed. I know that's really weird. Oh my God, wait a minute. Taylor Scott is here. Taylor Scott has never commented in the comments before. You see, on the Small Business Morning Show, the first time someone comments, like Taylor's never commented before, she commented, we all celebrate like Pee Wee. So everyone say good morning, Taylor, in the comments. Let her know that she's in the right place. Good morning, my friend. I'm glad you're here. Okay. And perfect timing, too. Once I got all up in my feelings about time and life and all that crap, and then we get to yell like Pee Wee. So you know what? That made me feel better. So Taylor, good morning. Patty, good morning. Jennifer, good morning. Kristen, great to see you. Let's move on. So I was flipping through studyfinds.org this morning, as I do every day, to make sure that I don't leave a stone unturned, to be ready for the show. And you know what it found? It found something amazingly obvious. The researchers at Texas A&M, listen, you're going to not believe this. You are not going to believe the results of this new study from Texas A&M. You're going to say, my life has changed. Researchers at Texas A&M did a study, and it found workers tend to clock out mentally before 5 p.m. on Friday. Really? What they found is that by Friday afternoon, there's less computer usage and they're less productive. And They make more typos. No shtite. Right? Seriously. That was their big takeaway. Their big takeaway is that by Friday afternoon, people aren't working very hard. They're mentally checked out. So their big conclusion, you know what's their big conclusion? You know what their big conclusion is. We think a 4-day work week would solve it. Come on. Come on. What do you think would happen if they reran that study in a few years and it was a 4-day work week? Oh, wow. Our new study shows that no one likes Thursday afternoons. No shtite. Of course. And people don't want to work. I don't want to work. You don't want to work. It's called work. We don't want to do it. It's got a name. There's work and there's play. We like play. Play. Good. Work. Literally a name for stuff we don't want to do. Like, boy, maybe we should take all the stuff we don't want to do and give it a name. What should we call it? Work. I think we missed our calling. We are trying to build something new and we're trying to make a difference. We're trying to do all this stuff. We missed our calling, man. We all should have been university researchers studying the obvious. It'd be a great life, a lot more play, if you're just studying stuff that everybody knows to be true. Imagine that pitch meeting. You're sitting with the dean of the department. Okay, dean. Yeah. We want to do a study on if people in Wisconsin like beer. Oh, it's going to be a 5-year study and we need $10 million, $12 million to see if we're not sure if Wisconsinites like beer. Like there are people that get paid to obviously like study stuff like that. Dean, wow, you know what? This is weird, but I think we need to know scientifically if people like to take naps. I mean, what if they don't? What if it's just been Big Nap has been running a conspiracy this whole time? I mean, Big Nap, they're powerful, Big Nap. We better check in on that. Don't you think, Dean? Oh, yeah, what do you need? $32 billion? Yeah, great, go study that. Come on. Do you think that there's anyone on a college campus that's ever left a college campus? Because that's what it's seeming like right now. People on college campuses are studying the rest of us like we're wildlife. Oh, this is curious. Johnson, it looks like productivity is down on Fridays. What? Come on. I'm telling you, we missed our calling. Whatever it is you're trying to do to build a small business, you're working way too hard because University of Milwaukee is probably hiring people to study the obvious. That is what we should have done with our life. Okay. Shall we talk about last night's amazing Savannah Bananas fundraiser? Oh, and by the way, I had a great picture set up. There's our dude that doesn't want to work on Friday. Isn't that just the best visual? He's got his eyeballs. All right, fine. Let's talk about last night's Savannah Bananas fundraiser. So we've got a bunch of great pictures, and there's Thunder right there, and Ellie. Hello, friend. All right. If you weren't with us last night, or you're just joining us today, last night we did a fundraiser for the Islands of Brilliance, which is an amazing local charity with the world famous Savannah Bananas baseball team sponsored by Bank 59. I want to talk about how we got here for a minute. The Idea Collective itself is a group of small business owners that decided to business together during the pandemic. We just found each other and we thought, you know what, with every other networking group and every other business organization like rolling up into the fetal position during the pandemic, what if we all walked with one another? So that's how the Idea Collective started. And then we decided to do an in-person event for the Idea Collective in November of 2021. That was our very first Idea Collective Small Business Conference, where we had Mel Robbins and this crazy guy in a yellow tuxedo as our keynote speaker. His name was Jesse Cole. Turns out he's one of the smartest guys on the planet, and he invented, quite literally, the Savannah Bananas baseball team. And the baseball team's mission is to make baseball fun again. Since then, they're the greatest show in sports, and they have broken the sports landscape because the Bananas have gone on to change the game of baseball, and they're making their shows and their tours around the country like the Harlem Globetrotters of baseball, but I would argue significantly bigger at the moment. So, with our relationships with Islands of Brilliance and Bank 59 and Jesse Cole and the Savannah Bananas, it all came together because they were coming to Milwaukee. We called them back up. Could we do a fundraiser? Yes, we could. And if you weren't there, what you missed was 120 Savannah Banana baseball players and staff and 150 generous donors all together at Whirly Ball to raise money for the Islands of Brilliance, which is a charity that helps people with autism to find their future through confidence, skills, passions, and socialization. It was just an awesome group. It was an awesome fundraiser. And as you see here, we partnered with the Milwaukee Brewers as well. And the Brewers, there's Jesse and Julie Karasek with the autograph book. There's Bernie, Karen. The Brewers sent over all their mascots. They gave us a bunch of stuff to auction off, and we went on a tour of the stadium with the team, which was just incredible. We walked through the guts of the stadium, even got on the field. And to watch the Bananas, these college-age minor league baseball players, go through the clubhouse, to walk up the steps onto the playing surface, and to watch them just, like when you see something you're totally blown away by, they were just their home stadium is 4,000 people, and they've been touring stadiums that are about 20,000 people. But this is AmFam Field. This is like 60,000 people or whatever it is. And they're just, you could tell, and this is like one of the things from yesterday that actually got me emotional. You could tell that they were envisioning their dream coming true by being able to play on this field someday. Like they were having that moment. It was the coolest. So we tour the stadium, and then we go over to Whirly Ball in Brookfield, and all of this fun broke out. And we bowled and whirly bowled, if that's even a word. And we did a big fundraising effort. We had silent auctions, and then we did live auctions. And then after the silent and live auctions, the actual team taught us their Hey Baby dance, which is their signature thing, the Hey Baby dance. It was just, oh, God, it was so great. It was just so great. And, I'm the type of person that the day after an event like this is like, well, the lanyards were the wrong color. And, the quesadilla, like, I want it always to be better. But you know what? You wake up in a morning like this, and I'm just so full of gratitude and joy. I'm just happy. Because everyone had such a great time and the team was so great. And it was just, we raised a ton of money. So let's talk about that. We had the silent auctions out there, and then we had the live auctions where we auctioned off a really nice bottle of bourbon, a big basket of booze, a game day experience with the Brewers, and a game day experience with the Bananas. And Mitch Thunder Nellis is with us. He did a great job doing the auctioneering. Thanks, Mitch. I appreciate it. And at the end of all of that, with our donations in person and the proceeds from the event, we're going to do the math today, but we are comfortably over $10,000 raised for the Islands of Brilliance. Like, that's the greatest. So if you came last night, thank you. Thank you for coming. I hope you had the best time. I got a text this morning from Emily Cole, who's the co-founder and Jesse's wife, and she was thanking us. She was thanking us for taking care of the guys. It's like, they're great people. Bank 59, the sponsor, thank you so much for making all of this possible and your continued partnership with all the goofy crap that I continue to do. That's probably not the best sales pitch. Bank 59, thanks for sponsoring my goofy crap. I shouldn't say that. Bank 59, thank you for supporting and empowering small business owners through the innovative and engaging programs that I put on. That's probably a better pitch than thanks for sponsoring my goofy crap. I got to work on that. Susie, write that down, please. I got to work on that. And thank you to the Bananas as well for being just incredible. So yeah, it was just the best. And I'm telling you, it makes me think of the next time that we're going to get together at the Idea Collective Small Business Conference in November. When this group gets together, magic happens. Stories are born. And if you aren't in the room and you aren't a part of this small business group that's making things happen, I mean, like I said when I was talking about the Queen dying, what are you doing? Why are you doing this all by yourself? Why are you building your business on an island and wondering, how come this isn't as much fun as it could be? How come I'm not making these amazing memories? How come I'm not doing stuff that will make all of this worth it? That's a choice. If you're small businessing alone right now, that, my friend, is a choice. That's up to you. And don't tell me you can't afford it. I know you can afford it. You're choosing not to be a part of all of this fun stuff that we're doing. So the conference is coming up in early November. Smallbizretreat.com is the website where you can take a look. But thank you, everyone, for making last night a terrific experience. And now, Saturday, we get to sit back and go see the team play, which is just going to be spectacular. All right, let's do our meme of the day, and then we'll do our question of the day and celebrate our wins. Sound good? Our meme of the day hits me right where I am today. It's kind of a puzzling, kind of a stroke your beard that I don't have anymore kind of moment. So let's see if you're sharp enough to solve this riddle. Nothing starts with an N and ends with a G. Change my mind. Now think about that. Nothing starts with an N and a G. Can you think of something? Now, I saw this for the first time. When I saw this for the first time, I'm like, hold on. Let me think about this. I need to think about this. Like, I didn't get it. I had to put on my thinking glasses. And I'm like, oh, you dope. Yes, nothing starts with an N and a G. But now I've got my thinking glass. I need to think. I'm a university dean. What? I don't believe you that people like ice cream. We better study that. Seriously. All right. Nothing. Very good. Okay. Wins of the week time. Shall we share our wins of the week? I think we should share our wins of the week. Oh, and look at Megan. Yes, Megan. Nearing. See, Megan, you didn't get it either, but you are smart for knowing another word that starts with N and ends with G. Nearing. Naming also. Let's naming our wins of the week, shall we? And yes, before we move on to wins of the week, let's say thanks to Mitch. He was a great auctioneer for us last night. Thanks for standing in, pal. I really appreciate it. And I hope you and Ellie have a great time at the game too. So thank you for that. Okay, wins of the week. Time to do it. What do you got? Give me something good. What happened to you this week that is worth celebrating? The first thing is, and we didn't really talk about this, even amongst all of this conversation about time and impact, it was a short week. And I always feel like the shortest weeks are the longest weeks. It felt like this week was 42 months long. It's 4 days. Like it was, wow, fast. So do you have a win that you would like to share in the chat? Sarah Deacon, look at that. Mind-blowing. 2 new clients. Hell yes. Oh my God, look at this. More. I got 2 new clients. You got 2 new clients. You got 2 new clients. We're Oprah Winfrey up in here. Awesome, Stephanie Kern and Sarah Deacon. Congratulations. I got to play golf on Monday. That doesn't count, but I did get to play golf on Monday. And last night was obviously a huge win. Wait a minute. Hold on. Rick, did you hear that? What? Did someone say wins? Oh. Ooh, can I get my sweater off? I can't get my sweater off. Ooh. Did someone say wins? Oh. Now, Sunday's a big game. The NFL's back, baby. And I'm like getting ready to see if my sad little football team can win a game. But you know, when you're just in pure fan mode, I'm in pure fan mode. So Mitch, the sports expert, you just stuff it for a minute. I'm just being a total super fan, my friend. Bears, Packers, Sunday, first game of the year. On the Bears scale of 85 Super Bowl Bears is a 10, I'm like at a 9.742 right now. That's where I'm at on excitement for the Sunday game. Let's freaking go. Now, Monday, depending on what happens, I may be, just crying the whole show. My co-host will be a box of Kleenex, depending on how the game goes on Sunday. But I also might be the most insufferable person you've ever met, because I'm telling you right now, if the Bears win, I'm going to be shooting off fireworks. I'm going to be building snowmen in my front yard. There's not even snow. I'm going to make snowmen in my front yard. I don't even know what I'm going to do. I'm going to, I don't know, swim to Michigan. I'll be so excited. Sunday. If you know, you know. And see, Kristen, that's why I love you. Bear down, baby. Absolutely. Last call for any wins you want to share in the chat. Let's do our announcements, shall we? And then we're going to get out of here because Daddy needs more coffee. We're coming to Madison Monday. Oh, yeah, I forgot. We're coming to Madison on Monday. Oh, my God. Time. Commitments. Monday, we get to go meet our friends in Madison. So we're going to do an in-person networking event, Serendipity Labs in Madison, 2:00, and we're going to meet you, talk about your business, and do an idea slam brainstorming session because it's going to be fun and because we have some super cool friends in Madison and we want to meet you. So if you would like to join us, it is a totally free event on Monday the 11th at 2:00. So that's what I'll probably be doing. I'll be driving to Madison. This is me driving to Madison, singing the Super Bowl shuffle, eating sausage, listening to Mike Ditka. That'll be me if we win. If not, I'll just be like in the back of an Uber, like cuddled up in a blanket with my teddy bear, crying the whole time. Monday, 2:00 in Madison. We want to see you there. And if you've watched this show for a minute and you're still not sure what the hell is going on here, who are all these Idea Collective people? Pat Miller, what is your problem? What's an idea slam? Well, we're doing an online event September 13th that is also free. So I can meet you, learn about your business. We're going to do an idea slam, and you can learn all about the Idea Collective. It's basically, we're going to walk you right up to the door of the Idea Collective and invite you to join, because all of these crazy people in the comments and all the fun that we have, all the stuff you saw last night, that's all real stuff. This isn't like, oh, those 2 or 3 people over there had a good time. No, we all had a good time. And you know what we did yesterday before that event? We worked on our businesses together, because the Idea Collective is about learning what you don't know and getting through the ups and downs of running a small business. It's training, it's lifestyle, it's a peer group, it's real. If you're desperate for that group that isn't blowing smoke at you constantly on LinkedIn, this is it. So if you're new to the group, you have no idea what's going on, you would love to hang out with us and get to know each other a little bit, the Backstage Brainstorm event is coming up on September 13th. And Mitch, what are you doing? Come on. You knew I was going to do a Bears thing today. You knew I would not do it. Sorry, double negative. I just made someone cringe. Go Pack, go. Get out of here with that. Stick it. Anything else we need to share before we log off and drift off to a weekend? No. Thanks for joining us today. Thanks for supporting the growth of this show. At last check, here's another thing we're doing. On our LinkedIn page, we've created a LinkedIn page for this show. And we have to get to 150 people before we can start broadcasting on that page as well. Small Business Mornings is the name of the page. And when we get to 150, we can broadcast live there as well. We're working on that for sure. All right. See, Teresa or Sarah, you're right. I was telling Teresa last night how grateful I am for belonging to this group. And you do belong. And you're a great community member. So if you want people to walk with you on your small business journey, this is it. I'm Pat Miller, the Idea Coach. It is now Friday at 9:34 a.m. It's time to start tailgating for the Packers-Bears game on Sunday. So it's going to be great. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for being a part of what we're building here. Have a great weekend, and we will be back here Monday morning at 9 a.m. for Small Business Mornings.